And we're back here at the 56th Bucyrus Ladies Invitational Bowling Tournament at Suburban Lanes in Bucyrus. And Bill Hansen, and we're being joined now by also Deb Mason, the tournament director, who's also in the field. We'll get some comments from you, Deb, after Bill gives us the results of Game 4 and pretty much the summary of the first day of the tournament. Bill?
Okay, on lanes 1 and 2, Michelle Stahl on Game 4 had a 143 for a 189 handicap score, and that gives Michelle 647 for 4-game scratch total with an 831 handicap series. Against Deb Mason, Deb had a nice 209 game, which gave her a 274 handicap. And Deb finishes up with a 673 scratch and a 933 handicap score, so that's 100 pins over Michelle Stahl. So Deb is into the winner's bracket and Michelle's into the loser's side. On lanes 3 and 4, Shelby Yancey had a 144 with a 202 handicap score, and that gives Shelly a 524 scratch score and 856 handicap score. Against Emily Groves, 145, and Emily had a 190 handicap score, which gives Emily a 715 scratch and a 905 handicap score. So Emily's in the winner's bracket and Shelly's in the loser's bracket now. On lanes 5 and 6, Cynthia Hester had a 172 for a 241 handicap score with 590 scratch and 866 handicap score against Robin Pangello. Robin had a nice 213 game for a 258 scratch score, and that gives Robin a 711 scratch score with 791. Just Cynthia bowled really good, and that puts Cynthia on the winner's side and Robin on the loser's side.
I got the opposite.
And then lane 7 and 8, Amy Brewer had a 133 for a 204 handicap score. That gives Amy a 535 handicap or a scratch score and an 819 handicap score. Then Patricia Horsley had.
Robin won. Cynthia lost.
Oh, did it? I got the numbers wrong? Okay,
yeah.
Sorry about that. So, what was that score, Deb?
Cynthia had a 816, it looks like, to an 891.
Okay.
Robin had an 891.
891, okay. This got that wrong. And then,
Lost count, didn't you?
yeah, definitely. Amy Brewer had a 133 for a 204 handicap series with a 535 scratch and 819 handicap score. And Patricia had a 185 for a 219. That gives Patricia a 779 and a 915 handicap score. So Patricia's in the winners and Amy's in the losers. I know Amy was struggling all 4 games. On lanes 9 and 10, Deb Higginbotham had a 171 for a 241 handicap score, which gives Deb a 636 scratch and 916 handicap score. And Charlie had a nice 214 to finish up the game with a 282 handicap and a 666 scratch game.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, and that gives her a 938. So Charlie Britt is in the winner's side and Deb Higginbotham is in the loser's side. On lanes 11 and 12, Tricia Brigner had a 183 to finish up, which is a 237 handicap score, and that's a 625 scratch for Tricia and 841 handicap score. And this is Tricia's first day back bowling. She's been off from surgery for 6 weeks, so she bowled pretty good for coming back first day. And then we have Tasha Ridgway. Tasha was just shooting lights out that last game for a 235 score and 273 handicap, which gives Tasha a 742 scratch against an 894 handicap score. So that puts Tasha in the winners and Tricia in the losers bracket. Then on lanes 13 and 14, Shelby Gable had a 157 for a 200 scratch and a 668 scratch score and an 840 handicap score. Lisa Penwell had a nice 215 to finish up the series for a 273 handicap score, and that gave her a 782 scratch, and that gives her a 1014 handicap score. So Lisa Penwell is in the winners, and Shelby Gable is in the losers bracket.
It's the only 1,000 score in the handicap, right?
Yeah. And none were even close to 1,000. The highest one was 938 Charlie Britton had today. And then on lanes 15 and 16, Shar Oxler had 147 for a 212 handicap score, and that gives Shar a 629 scratch with an 889 handicap score. Then Morgan Swavel had a 167 for a 212 handicap score, and that's 644 scratch and 824 handicap score. So Shar is in the winners and Morgan is in the losers. Morgan was telling me that she was just rushing the line all day long, and that was her biggest problem and so forth. So what we have for tomorrow is in the winners bracket side, Deb Mason will bowl Patricia Horsley, Robin Pangella will bowl Emily Groves, Charlie Britt will bowl Lisa Penwell, Tasha Ridgway will bowl Shar Oxler. On the loser side, Michelle Stahl will bowl Amy Brewer, Cindy Hessler will bowl Shelley Yancey, Deb Higginbotham will bowl Shelby Gable, and Tricia Brigner will bowl Morgan Swavel on the loser side. So you'll lose four people tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, it's a little different than the men's, who they lose half on Sunday.
Well,
they bowl a
double
shift, and we'll talk to Deb a little bit about that. First of all, we want to acknowledge our sponsors: Greg Lenhart at Lenhart's Auto Sales, the Kimberline family at Bucyrus Road Materials since 1939, J&F Construction, Gary and Judy McKee at Quality Printing, and Adam Weisner at Advanced Fiber Technology. And Deb, your thoughts on how things went today, guys? I thought bowled pretty.
There was a lot of good bowling and a lot of bad breaks. I started out terrible and came back to win, but it took a lot.
Yeah, quite a few 200 games today, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
So lanes were must have been in pretty good shape today.
Yeah.
She's hesitant to acknowledge that, apparently. She wasn't totally happy even with winning. So.
Well, no. Actually, no, they were good. My problem was I was rushing the line and doing crazy things with my arm, and,
And being the only lefty in the group, you really see it from a whole different perspective than the other 15 bowlers in the field.
Yep, I make or break it. Usually it's broken.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be an advantage, though.
Yeah,
sometimes that can be an
that's true.
advantage,
That's true.
depending on the situation. So looking forward to tomorrow. You'll be here again on Sunday, 1 o'clock,
Right.
to bowl the second shift. And as Bill mentioned, 4 bowlers will then drop from the field.
Right.
And then Tuesday you'll be bowling a second shift.
Right.
Or a third shift, actually.
Third, yeah. Tuesday we'll bowl at 4:45 because we've got leagues coming in. So it'll be the winners of the losers bracket bowling on Tuesday.
Okay.
So anybody that wins tomorrow from the winners bracket gets to rest until next Saturday.
Okay.
So,
All right. Which is the middle of the tournament. It'll be down to 8 bowlers at that point. And then after that weekend, you'll be down to the 2 champions bowling off for the title.
yeah, after the next week.
After the next weekend.
Because they'll bowl, quarterfinals is on the 12th, and semifinals is on the 13th, and then the finals
Tuesday,
are on
Wednesday.
16th.
Okay, so you actually bowled 2 midweek days the following weekend. Okay.
Yeah, in the final week we do.
Okay. And then the championship 2 weeks from today on Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Right.
Back here at Suburban Lanes. Okay, and that's when we'll be back. We don't come the middle of the week, but we will have the ongoing results as Bill and Deb supply them to Crawford County now. I will put those results up so that we can see the progress of the tournament until the finals. So we
Sounds
appreciate
good.
all your help.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate the facility here. Sean and Tasha Ridgeway supplying Suburban Lanes or making it available for the tournament.
Bill
And,
helping out.
Yeah, Bill Hansen definitely is a big help, and you as the tournament director. I know there's a lot of work goes behind that.
Yeah.
So we'll have Deb as unless she makes it to the finals. She'll
That's
be
the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan. We're not wishing her
That's
out
the
of it.
plan.
But if she doesn't happen to make it to the finals, she'll be part of our broadcast team for the finals in 2 weeks. Again, we're brought to you in part by Jason and Justin McMullen at Crossroads Candles in Cooper's Mill, Jose Mata at Pepsi. I knew I was going to do that at some point. Pepe's. And actually, I've been to Pepe's a number of times, and it is a great place to eat. Pepe's Mexican Grill on Marion Road in Bucyrus. Kingston Residence, Marion. Dwayne Watts at the Watts House of Insurance. We thank again our sponsors for allowing us to be here today, because without them we wouldn't be. So that concludes the opening round of the 56th Bucyrus Ladies Invitational Tournament here at Suburban Lanes. This is Dan Messerschmidt with Bill Hansen and Deb Mason signing off, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.